Hello and welcome back. It is late Thursday night, August 5th.
Almost August 6th.
Yeah, a little bit. The first football game, 2021, was tonight. It actually is wrapping up right now. Pittsburgh is beating the Dallas Cowboys 16-3 in the Hall of Fame game with about 2 minutes to go.
Real barn burner, let me tell you.
Oh, but above all else, football is back.
And it's great.
Yeah.
Football action all night. Not really, but.
Yeah, we'll see
in
a
my
replay.
dreams.
Yeah. Usual replays at 3 a.m.
But if statistics and analytics tickle your fancy, then maybe fantasy football does too.
Yeah.
And that's football. So we got football for you all night. We're doing a little mock draft, baby.
Mock draft 1.0.
Yup. First mock draft of the off season. During the preseason. A little late, but we here.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate drafts before training camp. Preferably, I would like my draft to be the day before week 1.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't stand picking a guy, getting excited over a roster, and seeing 2 or 3 of them go down in training camp.
Oh, yeah. It's always the worst.
Yeah. But that's why we save our mocks for early on.
Mm-hmm. So I know there's a good bit of leagues that do like to do it before preseason because they're like, oh, you gotta make sure you do your homework during the off season. So yeah, that's fair, but like, preseason's a nice little, scouting stage.
Right, like a tryout.
Yeah, a lot can happen during an off season. It's behind the scenes. You don't know. They don't release the media.
Whatever it is, I just
like Big Ben losing weight.
Yeah.
Or he could have gained weight. You don't fucking know.
Yeah,
could have been Eddie Lacy.
Maybe his new diet was just to double everything and.
Yeah, and he shit it out. And he lost weight. So you don't know how he lost that weight. Who knows? We were talking before the show. Nick here gave me a new revelation. I always wondered why anyone on the planet would drink non-alcoholic beers and whatnot. Oh yes.
Other than like
Fun
recovering. What was it? The hops. It's incredible fiber for you.
The hops, yes. I was doing some research on the fiber, learning the differences and whatnot, and then I thought, well, hops are a plant-based thing. Do they have fiber? So I started Googling, and yes, apparently on average, a liter of beer contains 20% of your daily fiber. So like the darker and heavier, the hoppier the beer is, like a pale IPA and stuff like that. Like a lot of hops, more fiber it has. So if you're drinking a beer that has a bunch of hops but no alcohol, there's no risk of you getting addicted to that alcohol or the alcohol fucking up your liver. You're just drinking straight fiber.
Yeah.
Basically a fiber supplement.
That's amazing.
There's a purpose for non-alcoholic beers.
Yeah, I guess I was just being ignorant about it, but I really didn't think there was anything other than just for, people recovering to drink non-alcoholics.
Beer never had nutrition facts, at least, on this side of the pond anyways. So I never knew about the fucking, calories and fiber in the beer. I don't even know if, like, Bud Light puts fiber on it. Well, it's a light beer, so it doesn't even have any fiber. Yeah, fuck light beers. Heavy beers, low-key, healthier for you than light beer.
Yeah.
Low-key.
Yeah, that's...
I'm not a professional, but...
I'm no medical
feel free to fact check.
But no, if that's how it actually is, I'm very happy. I mean, this could be a big moment in my life finding that out.
Heavy beers for football season, boys.
Heavy beers all football
and spicy
season.
wings. It's just a 1-2 punch, cleans out your colon, just like that.
You gotta start worrying about it now.
Yeah. That's how you get through your 50s. You gotta learn about it when you're in your 20s.
Get a good habit. Yeah.
Now then, what spot do you want to draft from here? Let's throw one out there. Fuck first.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Don't want to go last either.
Yeah, that's pain in the ass.
What if we did like 4?
4? Okay. 4 is floor.
4 is floor.
We're gonna go 4.
All right, this is it. Mock draft 1.0. If anything, I'd call it 0.0.
So 1 through 3. Yeah, 0.0,
0.5. That way no one can hold it against us.
We thought about it for a little bit, and then we did it. Yeah, it was 0.5.
Yeah.
1 through 3, we got Dalvin Cook going in the first, McCaffrey going second, Kamara going third. Definitely liked McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I think that'd be the only person I'd take up there. Kamara's a little interesting at third. I'd probably more comfortable taking him at like fifth, though. I think.
Right.
There's guys I'd rather have at third.
Yeah, that QB situation, a little.
Yeah, because if this is a PPR draft, by the way. So like, are his touches gonna be as good? I don't know.
Yeah.
From the quarterback, who knows? But I will say, I love who fell.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'd take him in the second and 3. Second and McCaffrey. Mr. King Derrick Henry.
Okay. I was worried there for a second. I was like, I thought we were on the same page with it, but you kind
Derrick?
of, yeah.
We're locking her in.
You didn't say his name at first, and I'm like, oh, his big plot twist. He picked someone random. Chubb going to 10.
So followed Devontae Adams, the first wide receiver taken off the board, pick 5. Then we got 6, Jonathan Taylor or Joseph Taylor.
Yeah, that's Jonathan
Taylor, my bad. Ezekiel Elliott, Kelsey, Barkley, then Chubb to finish out the first at pick 10.
Yeah.
Then with the snake,
11,
Hill,
yeah.
Diggs, Metcalf, then Aaron Jones, Eckler, A.J. Brown, wide receivers, got dented. But
yeah.
So we got some D-Hop. That's not bad. I'd like a wide receiver a little bit more isolated for PPR. But also, I don't mind stacking running backs, and I see a little Joe Mixon, and I'm a believer that the run game should be a little bit better from the offensive standpoint for the Bengals.
I don't think that'd be a bad pick here. I was looking a little bit at Justin Jefferson. I think that might be a bit of a reach at this point. I'm not too sure. I loved him.
I mean,
but,
if he was good year 1.
Yeah.
Should have a good year 2, but sometimes year 2 can be tough.
Yeah, the sophomore slump. I think.
But a lot of times wide receivers also come in undersized, and they take them a couple seasons to get that muscle and get in shape sometimes.
As A.J. Brown. That's how he got big.
And if Justin Jefferson's already shin on him, and if you put on some of the weight, then he ideally should do good. He's got the same quarterback. That's a decent pick. I do like Joe Mixon.
I think Joe Mixon's probably the safest. Then again, I mean, D-Hop, that's a big name to pass on, but I think for fantasy's sake,
I know what my heart's locked in on.
Yeah. Let's roll with
Might
Mixon.
be a little biased.
Let's roll with it.
I also believe because he should get a little more passing touches. And
they've
been talking about Cam a little bit about his catching. So then followed,
I think,
Anthony Gibson. Gibson.
Yeah.
D-Hop, Kittle, off the snake, Ridley, Thomas, Jefferson.
I'm surprised Gibson went ahead of D-Hop after our pick.
Hey, I see a dude I keep forgetting about, but is honestly probably would be at number 1 on my list. I think, honestly, personally, for wide receivers.
Allen? Keenan?
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Dude, PPR, yes.
Best route runner in the game.
Constant, yes. And he's got perfectly more than serviceable young quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Who's on the rise. Justin Herbert, baby. Miles Sanders goes, Deontay Swift, Terry McLaurin, then the first quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, 3rd round, pick 8. J.K. Dobbins, Baltimore, at 9. Antonio Robinson, what? Antonio?
Allen
Robinson,
yeah.
At 10.
Julio.
Dude, it's been a minute to list off this main names.
Well, the one that threw me off the most was J.K.
It's
Dobbins.
also like I forgot who Tennessee, Jay Jones. I'm like, oh yeah, Julio did go to Tennessee. Duh.
Well, J. Dobbins threw me off too because I'm always used to J.K.
Yeah.
And then now it's just Jay.
Same. Yeah. Chris Carson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire went before Chris Carson at 9. I do like him. He's awesome. 9. Yeah, Team 9. Well, yeah, my bad. Team 9. I do like him a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he's great for fantasy and shit, especially PPR and that offense. Chris Carson, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, back-to-back, David Montgomery. I'm feeling happy I stacked running backs.
Yeah.
Definitely running backs look clean now.
Yeah, but...
Like Josh Jacobs, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do 3 in a row, though.
I was looking at Najee Harris.
Ooh, you like Najee Harris?
I do, but...
Personally, because he's a rookie, and I don't know about the Steelers line and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm also low-key just always a Steelers hater, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like Josh Jacobs over Najee Harris.
Take him. Now we would be... It's 3 running... I mean...
Another receiver wouldn't be bad. Because 3 running backs. So 3 running backs would be... I'd feel comfortable.
Yeah.
At running back for the season. Or 3 bona fide solo starters.
Right. Studs. 3 studs. Let's go with Jacobs. Oops.
There we go.
Oh, we ran that one
Amari
down.
Cooper. Yeah, we did. Najee Harris, Kenny
Stealing
Galladay,
gonna
Robert
stay?
Woods, CeeDee Lamb, Darren Waller.
Damn, we missed out on CeeDee Lamb.
We got Adam Thielen, DJ Moore. Could go quarterback, maybe Josh Allen.
I'm seeing Adam Thielen.
Feeling Adam Thielen? I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. I wouldn't be against Mark Andrews at this point. I don't know about TJ Hawkinson.
He's a big
he's-
red zone.
Yeah, I like him. I don't know
Yeah.
if I like him before Mark Andrews,
Right.
personally. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with Thielen, yeah. A lot of these other receivers, I'm a little shaky. There's a Juju left, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he should get some reception, get some targets. But, hey, maybe we can get him later.
Oh, yeah. I think we can sneak by 2 more, maybe 2 more picks.
So we'll go Thielen here. DJ Moore, Josh Allen, Deontay Johnson, Darrell Henderson, Kyler
ETN?
Murray, Tyler Hawkinson. Lockett. Okay.
All right. So we can go with Andrews here, or we can go with his counterpart, Lamar.
Lamar is in COVID protocol
Yeah.
currently.
We have no tight ends.
True. But like, who doesn't at some point have to ride the
Right.
bus of waiver wire tight
I don't.
ends?
Yeah. Like I don't think
Like,
there's.
every year there's only like 3 tight ends you can completely
Yeah.
rely on for fantasy football, especially in PPR, I guess.
With that being the case, I think Mark Andrews would be the pick here.
I do like the Mark Andrews.
What else we
And my
looking
eyes
at?
are staring at that T. Higgins that's still available
Mhm.
for my own personal beliefs. High expectations.
I think he's
going
gonna come back around to us.
Well, I'm fine with the Mark Andrews here. I think it's
Oh
smart.
yeah.
Round out the squad.
Lock in our guy. All right.
He's available. There's also a good selection of quarterbacks left too.
Yeah.
And there's a Juju. There's a Juju,
So
T.
they have-
Higgins, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. We have some options here.
Yeah.
I like. And this is round 7, pick 4.
Yeah. So I mean, our next pick's gonna be what, like 12 spots out.
7th pick, round 8.
Right. I think we
12
got to
picks,
take our QB here.
The QB. So, okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, it's pretty much Rodgers, Herbert, or Russell Wilson.
Oy.
I know Pete Carroll loves to run the football,
Yeah.
and I truly believe a man that loves to run the football will run the football no matter what shiny receivers he has.
Yeah.
Now, he'll use them too. I'm sure Russell Wilson can put up some fantasy value. I think he's honestly my least attractive option out of those 3 quarterbacks, personally.
Wilson is.
Mm-hmm. If Aaron Rodgers is back 100% committed, that team's going to follow him.
Oh yeah.
They don't give a fuck about the franchise management. They care more about their quarterback, their teammate.
Is he gonna be? I think at this point, after everything, if he's gonna be there, it's because he wants to finish it out.
And he's made that clear. Like, he's gonna sling it like MVP. Now Herbert, he's also a big second-year quarterback, but second-year quarterbacks sometimes slump. I'm liking the Rodgers old man.
Let's roll with it. We got 4 seconds. Perfect. I liked Rodgers. I think at this point and after everything that happened, if he's not gonna. He's going to give it everything he's got. There's no...
You could see he was playing at practically MVP level last year.
Yeah.
He was fucking... That offense was killer. Right. 4 wide receivers go in the 9th. Juju... Or in the 8th. My apologies. Juju, Shark, Claypool, and Tyler Boyd. Ronald Jones. Duke also go... in the 8th.
Duke Johnson. I forgot about him, believe it or not.
No fan. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Herbert's still up.
Herbert definitely is.
I feel like I could never worry about QB situation ever again.
Oh, yeah, with those two.
But at the same time, I'm comfortable with waiver wire QBs.
Yeah.
So.
Where's Kenyon Drake playing at nowadays?
Las Vegas Raiders. Backing up Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot of value there. We have Jacobs, so if he ever goes down, we guarantee we have his replacement. But Josh Jacobs wasn't really one of our like. I'd rather have Derrick Henry's handcuff, counterpart, his replacement, because that's what we put our most value into is our first round pick.
That's fair.
Because the worst thing is when you lose your first round player and then you got to go fishing for some newbie.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much nicer you just replace them, especially some like running back.
Yeah, next man up. But what about Fantasy Lenny there?
Fantasy Leonard Fournette?
Yeah. I don't know what kind of season.
I'm not too high on Leonard Fournette. I don't know. I'm not in PPR. I don't like.
He's
I
not
like
much
to know
of a,
Fant more here. I think. Robbie Anderson is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Jarvis. Kyle Pitts down there.
Yeah. All right, we got 5.
I'm going Fant.
Yeah.
Personally.
Rock with. Yeah.
I feel like Andrews, Fant, lock the tight end. Herbert goes. Fuller, Debo, Kenyon Drake. Fournette's still here.
Yeah, playoff.
If you like him, I mean, this one's all you.
Yeah.
Look in the 9th here, pick 4.
At this point,
a lot of rookies left.
Yeah, I would say we're looking for kind of depth.
Yeah, these guys can sometimes make or break a season, though. When people start going down, the depth chart comes in.
Right.
When you have to make those mid-season trades and stuff sometimes, some of these guys can rise in value, have a couple good weeks, and sell them high before they go bad, if they do go bad. Somebody's going to make out with it. Ooh. A little sneaky Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah. He's your boy.
I feel like he has bulk of the targets out past Fant. You know what I mean?
I was either thinking him or Cortland Sutton, but I don't know if he's still on the board.
Is he? I think he might have won. Yeah, he won.
Okay.
35 seconds.
Juice.
Jarvis.
That's
not bad.
He's
I
a
like
reception
that.
machine.
Yeah, the Brown. Everyone's gonna got to be on alert for the Browns running game now. Obviously,
right.
Don't be stupid. Admit they are the best running team. Everyone, all these defense coordinators have already admitted they're the best running team, and now they want to stop it. So everyone's gonna be ready for that. I could see Jarvis potentially.
Right.
His touches go up a little bit. He has some upside.
All right. So now, what do you think? What are you looking for this point in the draft? Most likely still
our
depth.
roster's looking pretty solid at this point. We're round 10, pick 7. We have Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Keenan Allen, Josh Jacobs, Adam Thielen, Mark Andrews, Aaron Rodgers, Noah Fant, Jarvis Landry. Honestly, I'm looking at another receiver.
Mm-hmm.
because you can shuffle those bitches around
Oh,
all
yeah.
season.
And you got the slot, or not the slot, the flex.
The flex, yes. Ooh, receivers a little light.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
There's a Mike Williams. I've been kind of foolishly really expecting this dude to really pop off, which he does kind of low-key pop
He
off
shows-
in real
yeah.
football. It just doesn't show up in fantasy.
Yeah.
So it bites me in the ass.
So
Philip
there-
Lindsay,
Yeah. There was
but a lot of
name.
Broncos. I don't like that. We go quarterback.
I
Burrow,
saw Stafford.
If you like Brady for
What about,
fantasy PPR,
What about Devontae Parker there?
you like Devontae Parker,
Yeah.
Miami.
Looking to look at that.
Every year in the past, I drafted Devontae Parker. He was like mediocre,
Right.
Just like in the situations I had him up, compared to the rest of my roster and stuff, because a lot of times my leagues were a little bit smaller, so I was a little bit more stacked. It was just a little disappointing, like mediocre at best.
Right. There's a couple guys like.
So I stray, because like everyone has those guys that burn them one year, and it's like you're so reluctant to try it again.
Yes.
It's like, ugh.
See, mine was he was the running back for the Rams and just went crazy once. Gurley,
Yeah.
I took Gurley.
I love Gurley.
His I believe it was his second year. He busted, or it probably was his first year. Just early on in his career, he had a miserable season, and I went high on him that year, and he just crapped out. And then it was 2 years after that, I was like, all right, like I've cleared my mind about him. Like, I'm ready to go with Gurley again. Was very, very nervous about picking him, and that was the year he was the MVP and went crazy with the Rams. But all right, so now, shit, I kind of went on for a while there about him.
I like Joe Burrow.
Yeah. See, there's nothing really. I think Joey B.
Matt Stafford, I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little muddy.
Yeah.
Let's do a little deeper look on these players.
We might be a long time in
Antonio
this,
Brown, if you want to get cheeky. Maybe like what? Well, we took Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
Hey, whoever has Zeke when he gets injured,
Yeah.
we got him by the balls. Okay. Well, yeah, that's why I should have paused it. I don't know how to pause it though. So
Wait, is it just on auto?
Oh. Well. Yep.
Maybe click our name.
Well, yep. Well, we're auto drafting. All right.
Wait.
We'll see how it finishes off.
Yeah, I mean,
What would we really have done here? Look at all these kickers. We didn't.
I like Jalen Waddle there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice little deep guy. That's a nice little sleeper.
Yeah. Browns defense, that's not a bad pick either.
No, it's not.
Butker has been
That should get some sacks.
right.
Hopefully.
Butker's been probably the best fantasy kicker past 3 years now.
He's because he's just consistent because they're consistently
Yeah, exactly.
just kicking
So many PATs.
PATs, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Tony Pollard, I mean, he should get some touches, should share a little bit. I mean, he's good every time he had to play, but
Yeah.
in the same theory, like, if the line's working,
Right.
Zeke should be just as good. So, like, Tony Pollard definitely has a little bit of upside. Like, it's late, I guess. And plus, if anything happens to Zeke, bona fide RB1 right there.
Oh, yeah.
But I would definitely like to have Tony Pollard. Like if I ever went Zeke early in the first, like let's say I was late in the first, and like the running backs went heavy, like people were drafting like fucking Mixon in the first and shit over Zeke, and I was taking Zeke. I would definitely want Tony Pollard later. I'd be looking for him without a doubt.
Yeah.
Now if I took someone like Mixon, like I don't know how I feel about the backup running back situation in Cincy. If it was Gio, I would have heartbeat taken Gio as my handcuff because he's great, especially for fantasy. But he's no longer the Bengals, so I don't know how I feel about him in fantasy anymore.
You know, when with a running back duo of Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, you know, I feel like in years prior, this probably sounded crazy. How smart do you think it would be rolling out there with, you know, a Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt flex, like Nick Chubb running back, Kareem Hunt flex, or something along those lines?
If the league is small enough where you can get cheeky and get a little bit more comfort on your teams and a little bit better quality bench, where you can stack like a Chubb Hunt,
right? Or
I'm not against it,
right? Or like
because in the right matchup, they should both, like one of them will be at least eating up the yards, and the other one will be eating up some touchdowns. But it'd have to be a real good matchup. I don't know. I mean, they are both really, really good though. Like it's almost like it's basic. They're almost, like they're pretty much better than Kamara Ingram was.
I was just gonna say, I think Kamara Ingram would be another one that I think you can at least have a conversation about starting those two.
I mean, it's not worst thing.
Right. You
could definitely. There's times in the last year when the Bengals were just losing 50-point shootouts. I scooped up T. Higgins. I already had Tyler Boyd, and I was starting both of them every single week. Now, as wide receiver, it's a little bit easier to do. They're both on the field at the same time usually. But yeah, doing that type of stuff can possibly work out in the right matchups. And with the way Cleveland does it, if you do have both of them, one, that's not a bad handcuff at all, because like they do practically share it. So it's like yeah, it's something. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it almost sounds like crazy Browns fan, like loyalty, Jarvis, Odell, Kareem, and Chubb's all I need for fantasy. Like, but it's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might be more comfortable having both Browns running backs starting in the same week on my lineup in fantasy than both Browns receivers.
That's fair.
Is that weird? Is that weird to even imagine and fathom that you'd rather have two of the same running backs on the same team starting one week than their wide receivers that are both all-stars? All four are all-stars.
Yeah.
And still, like superstars at some point. Like
that room is...
So he's comparing two. That's wild. The fucking Browns. So what does this mean? Does this just mean we should just shut up, talk about all these people, and just start talking more about Baker as a fantasy option? But is the run game gonna be too good?
That's the issue. Like, I mean, Baker definitely turned up the heat the last half the season last year.
And his play action work was brilliant. And he's just a natural in the play action. He's so comfortable in it.
But that run game, man, it's so hard not to,
use and abuse it.
Right.
Why not? Controls the game, controls the clock. It's important to know.
Baker as a fantasy option, though, I wouldn't go out of my way to pick him. I'll say that. If he falls into my lap, late, 8th, 9th, 10th, around that range, I would definitely take him and be confident in the pick. But I wouldn't go out of my way to go get Baker Mayfield, other than being a Browns fan, of course.
For sure. Definitely not someone you go out of the way for.
Right. Like, I would go for a Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, maybe a Kyler Murray, just because of that, that wide receiver room. But Baker, I think he would have to like almost fall into my hands late in that draft, and I'd still be confident with it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to take him. That run game's just way too strong, way too good of an option. Now, what do you feel about Joey B? Coming from a Bengals fan, I gave the Browns perspective on Baker. I want to hear the Bengals perspective on Joey B as a fantasy.
Well, I'm a firm believer. Maybe I'm just biased, blind. Joey B is the greatest quarterback Bengals will ever have. Already. He's a stud. So I have full expectations this man is going to slay and dominate. So I definitely like Joey B late. Like, for sure. Like, I always take quarterbacks later. I'm not, no matter how much I love Joey B, it's just, I can win a championship without Joey B in fantasy football. I would want to do it with him every single time, obviously, but, like, you know what I mean? I can work the waiver wire for QBs. Predicting a QB matchup is much easier than everything else, in my opinion. So, the things that's hard is getting a good running back, so I always prioritize that shit.
Yep.
But Joey B is definitely up there. Like, I'm taking Joey B before Baker Mayfield, without a doubt. I'm taking Joey B before personally probably even Russell Wilson.
What about Herbert?
Yeah.
You think okay?
But I'm also scared because Herbert's a stud, and I know Herbert's a stud, and I like Herbert a lot.
Right.
But it is year 2, and year 2s can sometimes be hard for quarterbacks. But I know Joey B for sure has a mental toughness, and I know reports right now sound like he's struggling in camp. Everyone's like trying to paint like I don't like. Whatever. He's coming off ACL. It's shaky. It's scary. Whatever.
I don't even think he's 100%.
I believe in him though, and I know he'll be a monster because his short game's so fucking good.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like and that's just racks up fantasy points a little bit. First downs, complete passes, and he should get touchdowns. Hopefully. And his receiver core is loaded.
Yeah.
LA with Herbert, pretty good receiving core. I don't think it's as loaded as the Bengals. I mean, they've proven a little more fair.
I mean, Keenan Allen is...
Keenan Allen's fantastic. I mean, we drafted him.
I think definitely the 2s and 3s for Cincinnati in that receiver room, I think are better than the Chargers. 2s and 3s and wide receivers. But I don't know if Keenan Allen is... just like that good to where like I would still put that room over them, but overall I think that's a pretty good take though. I think big picture wise I would probably go with the Bengals. I think and I don't think they've been getting hyped up enough. I don't think people have been talking about that wide receiver room enough.
They're definitely starting to now. It's ramping up a little bit. I've been seeing it. Now that's actually in the preseason and stuff. And I'm starting to get a little more satisfied, but it's gonna be good. It's got a lot of potential. I mean, Jamar could get bullied a little bit. He's already getting bullied in training camp, but hey, I mean, better to bully him now. Yeah. Teach him he's gonna get bullied, so he's prepared for it. He's ready to start fighting these guys, not wanting to be bullied. Yeah, we bullied in the NFL, that's for sure. These DBs, get your hands on them in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
But that's another thing that's always scary about doing rookie wide receivers in fantasy football. You don't know if they're ready to play against these pro caliber DBs. Yeah. They need to put on just a year of workout, then they really pop off. That happens all the time, year 2 years. Plus, sometimes you gotta learn receiving trees and stuff like that. Get used to the system. Sometimes it's just loaded room. Yeah. And like all these guys are more perfect route runners than you are at this point.
Right.
Then they teach you a couple things and you're ready year 2. Yeah, I don't know. still gotta believe the NFL's gotta be like, if Browns are on red alert, NFL's like, we're not letting the fucking Browns just embarrass us. Like, okay, they're good. We'll admit it. Like, finally, you're good. We ain't letting you win a championship. Like, you know what I mean? There's gotta be some type of pride for the rest of the league, you know, when a bad team rises up like that. Like, I'm sure there's people in the NBA that were like, God fucking damn, we're really losing to the fucking Suns. Like, imagine LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he had running through his head, imagine, I'm fucking getting eliminated to the Suns.
Yeah.
Like, it had to have ran through his head at one point. Same with everyone in the Bucks, but, you know, it was all starting to come together, come to fruition.
Right. I mean, Juju kind of, you know, he came out and said it that early before that playoff game. They're the Browns. Like,
yeah.
Why should we be, you know, at that time? Why should we care that it's like, because it is the Cleveland Browns. It's as long as I've been alive, that team has been.
Yeah,
right.
That's how everyone in the AFC North also saw him, like Juju.
Right.
Like, and now they're just fucking loaded.
Yeah, like the Chiefs. For whatever reason, I always thought the Chiefs were a good franchise. Like, I thought they were just always good. And then they got Eric Fisher at 1. They had like one of the worst records in the NFL one year, and I was like, how? I lost a trivia question for that Eric Fisher pick. I did not believe he was a number 1 overall pick to the Chiefs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It might have been a trade.
Maybe.
It might have been a trade, but like, I could just never remember the Chiefs not being a good.
Yeah.
And then especially the past few years, they've been really,
like
really
New
good.
England.
Yeah, right.
Like, no, there's like, there's definitely teams that just, from so many years of struggling, they just carry the struggle, like the Lions.
Yeah.
Dolphins, like, and they might be good. Jags, but who knows? There's a lot of question marks right now at this stage of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one thing we know for sure. There was a gameplay tonight. So that's a little bit of film out there, a little bit of knowledge. Tiny, tiny bit, but, you know, it's a little bit. It's football. It's football.
It's football.
It's fucking
it is
football.
NFL football. Like,
all right.
Biggest takeaway from the night, NFL football was played.
Yeah. That, and I remembered Keenan Allen's a player. I don't know why I completely forgot Keenan Allen's a player until I started drafting. I'm like, holy shit, I forgot. Like, as soon as I saw his name, I'm like, oh, that dude's probably going to be, might be the number 1 RC in fantasy football this season. Dude, I think I'd keep an eye on Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, yeah. That's why I want to believe, like, Mike Williams, Big Mike. I just think
that's your feeling, gut feeling.
Yeah, like, Herbert's gonna take that next big step, and if he's gonna take that step, obviously he's gonna need some help doing it. And I don't think it's all gonna just be Keenan Allen.
No, but that's all. See, I drafted Mike Williams. I don't know.
I'm the same. I watched him at Clemson, and I thought he was gonna be the best wide receiver.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's just, his fantasy numbers doesn't do it.
Well, yeah, he just can't play a full 16, 17 game.
That's another thing about fantasy football. Remember that there's 2 things you're watching. There's one screen has the analytics and the fantasy, but what you're actually watching is just football, okay? It's hard to separate the two, but you gotta try sometimes.
Oh my gosh. I'm probably one of the worst at it. A game will kick off, and first play of the game, if they don't hand it off to, you know, if I had a running back in it, I'm freaking, like, why are we not running the ball? Why are we, you know, this game's over.
Every Bengals game, I hide all my fantasy, and I just fucking, if I'm watching the Bengals game, I hide all my fantasy stuff, and I just watch the game. And I was like, nope, forget about it. I don't care who, because sometimes at halftime I'll be starting people against my Bengals because the defense was so bad, and I knew it.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, you think your Bengals are going to stop them this week? And I'm like, hell no. I'm starting fucking Zeke. What do you mean? I just picked up their 3rd-string receiver, the flex. Like, I did that shit all year, and it paid off so much. I loved it. Like, I loved knowing how bad my team is.
Yeah.
All the way through. But hey, that's the thing, though. Now I sound like a fucking blind, loyal idiot because I'm just seeing change, and I believe in the Bengals.
Yeah.
Especially that offense.
I think the defense is going to come around pretty nicely.
I think so too. Yeah, I think they clean house in the secondary, so I think they're getting a new little attitude to them.
I think you're going to run into what happened with the Browns. Your offense is going to get there. Like last year, I think our defense did help carry the load a bit early on, but definitely towards the end of the season that they fell off, and it was just kind of the Browns had to outscore everyone. But you know, our offense made it to where it needed to be. The defense was a year behind. I think that now this defense has caught up to where the offense is, talent level, production level. So that's why, I mean, one of the many reasons why I'm excited to watch this Browns team this year.
Oh, yeah, this Browns team, they should be competing. They should be good games. Mm-hmm. Good smash mouths running the ball. Fancy play actions. Slick little handoffs from Baker.
Oh, yeah.
Selling it. The most favorite thing I like about Baker is how much acting he puts into his play action.
He sells the
Takes
play
pride
action.
in the play action.
Yeah.
And it goes a long way. When shit's bang, bang, dude. Good play action can fool someone once in a while.
I did have a little bit of baseball, but
we can cover that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna let this season heat up a bit.
This is a nice little bonus fantasy episode plus some extra football talk for y'all.
Yeah, added on some more. Expect our full college football breakdown Monday. Monday's episode.
Monday? All right.
Oh yeah.
Monday.
Every D1 conference. Maybe even a little D2 action. Some North Dakota State.
Possibly, yeah. Might be able to get you guys a bonus little Olympic special.
Yes,
do an Olympic
there
episode.
will be. Yeah.
Cover the breakdown of the medals, who won everything once they conclude this Sunday.
All right, definitely. We'll each put some of our favorite storylines coming out of there.
Mm-hmm. There's some cool events.
Right.
There's some events I never watched before I watched this year, and I'm like, I had no clue this was an Olympic sport, but this is interesting. So we'll talk about all that.
So today at the restaurant I was in, Brian, our bartender, he came back and he's like, "You guys gotta come look at this." He's like, I can't believe I'm watching this. And I popped my head out. They had power walking, like 500 meter power
They were
walking.
racing and power walking is an Olympic sport now.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Their hips, the way their hips.
You can't smoke weed.
Yeah, right.
And run. Okay.
Watch like how they like move their hips with it so.
Dude, yeah. And the rule, I'm pretty sure it's like there's a specific rule about power walking. Like, you can never have both feet have to be like cannot leave the ground at the same time.
Yeah.
Because those power walkers, they get that strut going and they just get like a little like somehow they get like a little glide thing and they do like a little skip thing and it's like I don't know, it's weird.
You can't like it. You have to. At first glance, you can't like your eyes. You'll think you're just seeing something you're not. You're like, there's no way that's an Olympic sport.
Like, if you power, like, what defines a power walk?
That's what I'm saying.
Because if you reach a certain speed, is it a jog?
Right,
like, do they have to record it like on miles per hour, kilometers per hour?
Yeah, it's
like, well, I guess Olympics they use kilometers.
Like, how do you like brag about being a fast power walker? Like, that's like, I feel like that'd be bragging.
My mom used to be a beast of power walking, working factories, fucking running around checking labels.
I just feel like a fast power walker is the same thing as like a tall little person.
A fast power walker is someone with something to do.
Yeah.
Is someone with, so it's like an adult. That's somewhere to be.
Definitely one of the most interesting.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, we got plenty more to cover on that Olympics then. Okay. Yeah. No. One thing I saw was it was an air rifle. Like airsoft. It was like decked out rifles. I'm like, okay, interesting. But yeah. So yeah, plenty of Olympic coverage we can talk about soon coming at you. This has been On the Line Sports Pod, and it's almost August 6th. So we'll catch you all later.